This is Ryan Elliott for Boxing Social in association with Betfred. We're here in New Hampshire. It's press conference day with me, Golden Boys, Roberto Diaz. Roberto, how are you?
I'm doing good, a little cold, but excited for Friday night, and we're just a couple days away.
Yeah, I was going to say, first time in New Hampshire for both of us. How you kind of find it? I can see you're wrapped up, your gloves inside and the works.
You see it inside, and I'm with a coat, gloves. We're spoiled in Southern California. We have probably right now about 70 degrees weather. So whenever we venture out to 60 or 50 and maybe even 40, 30 here, we feel it.
Let's come on to the boxing. Obviously, big weekend for Golden Boy. Andrade Quigley finally got his big fight opportunity. He's been craving one for so long. At one point, he thought he might even be fighting Canelo Alvarez a few months ago. I can remember speaking to him. It's here, WBO World Middleweight title against Demetrius Andrade. Big ask, but he seemed in good spirits this week.
Yes, you know, Jason's been one to raise his hand when there was a possibility of fighting Canelo, when there was a possibility of fighting Munguia. He's always been the one to raise his hand and said, I'll fight him. He's a warrior. And no surprise. I mean, the Irish spirit comes out and he's ready. Andrade personally wasn't my first choice because his style is very different and difficult. He is a talented fighter. But Jason wanted that fight. Jason said, this is what I started for. And coincidentally, Andrade holds the WBO title, which is the one that Jason wants. So it all lined up. The stars aligned. We're here a couple days away, and we're excited. He is in very good spirits, very well prepared, and very confident of winning.
I've spoken to Jay quite a bit about his development since the Toriano Johnson fight. He's obviously linked up with Andy Lee, a very respected trainer. How much do you think he has developed as a fighter since then?
You know, I've known Jason from the get-go when he did his debut. You saw early on the talent, the quality there. Maybe at one point there was maybe what style am I? Who am I? How should I fight in the ring? There was a change in a couple of trainers. Before he told me he was going to Andy Lee, I was going to recommend, coincidentally, Adam Booth. I thought that style would fit him. He's tall, rangy, he has the height, reach where he can hit, move, box, get in and out. And when he came to me, before I said Adam Booth, and he says Andy Lee, I said perfect fit. A former fighter, Irish, knows what it takes. Somebody that's beginning can give you all the time in the world, give you that 24-hour attention. I was very pleased, and I think in the couple years they've been there, a couple fights they've had, they've adjusted really well, and there's a chemistry there.
Expecting a big Irish turnout this week, and obviously we've got Massachusetts nearby. Jason seems to think there's going to be a hell of an Irish presence here.
Absolutely. Jason will be at home here. He will have the home advantage. It won't be Demetrius having the home field advantage. Jason will have it. The masses are coming out. I've seen pictures on social media, the groups that are coming out. That'll also give him that extra fire and motivation to give his fans what they came to see.
Roberto, just a word on Ronnie Rios, who's so close to getting his much desired world title opportunity on this bill here. Unfortunately tested positive for COVID. Just a word on him. I'm sure he's spoken to him. I'm sure he's absolutely devastated.
He's devastated because it's been a long wait for Ronnie. He was working very hard. There was a couple postponements. The champion got COVID, then he got COVID. But it's part of the life and the situation and what we're living today. And he's in good spirits at the sense that he's in health, a little short of breath. He's going to get over it. And hopefully we can reschedule this for the beginning of next year.
Busy day for the boxing world yesterday. WBC were throwing out mandatories and different orders left, right and centre. Among it, Virgil Ortiz and David Avanesian, I believe, has been ordered by the WBC. Is that a fight you believe will happen next now?
Well, Virgil's already scheduled before this order. So what is going to happen is Virgil do his fight. I believe David might have a fight lined up. And then obviously we can look into it after each fight.
With David Avanesian, he's someone who's been around a long time. He's got some really good momentum, made a bit of a splash in the UK as well. With it being a final eliminator, is that the perfect last step for Virgil, someone that's proven himself to be world-class?
Absolutely. I mean, every fight now is very important for his career. Every fight's a step up because of experience, because of the opponent, and it's that one right before the big fight.
I also want to ask you, I think Munguia Derevianchenko was ordered for a shot at Jamal Charlo. Can I just get your thoughts on that?
Munguia right now is on vacation. I mean, I know he's at the convention right now, but we're like, look, Derevchenko fights, I believe, right now in December. We'll take a look at what happens there. Munguia has the BC with Charlo, or has the BO with Quigley or Andrade, should he win. So there's options right there of fighting very soon for the world title, or a possible Golovkin fight should he beat Ryota Murata.
I want to get a little update on Ryan Garcia. We had his parents on via Zoom a couple of days ago, and they were in good spirits. Obviously, Ryan ruled out with an injury from that fight with Jojo Diaz. How is he, though?
Ryan is anxious to get back. I think 2022, we will see him back 100% focused, ready to go, and prove to the world that he does belong among the top of the lightweights in that division.
We saw the comments from Saul that was kind of saying that he wants to see him 100% dedicated, and some people maybe took it the wrong way, but I think Ryan understood what Canelo meant by that. Do you think he took it well, to be honest, and how it should have been taken?
Absolutely. Today, everybody takes things how they want. This is a big brother telling a little brother, hey, come on, get with it. Look, you have all the talent in the world, all the potential in the world. Sky's the limit. Get in there.
When Ryan does come back, what sort of level will it be? Will it be straight into one of these big fights?
You know, Ryan's ready for the big fights. Ryan wants the big fights. It's just a matter of making sure that he's 100% physically ready to go with that hand. After the surgery, there could be a mental aspect of making sure you let go of the hand. And obviously his right hand is one of his big weapons. You know, the left hook can come back with the right. So during camp, talking with the team, we'll find out how that hand feels and then determine what's the first opponent or what's the plan to go.
One thing I want to get your thoughts on before I let you go, Roberto. We saw all the Canelo-Makabu talk yesterday. Apparently, WBC have sort of sanctioned that, if you will. Canelo and Eddie Reynoso was at the convention saying that's something he wants. He wants him to fight Makabu next. What do you make of it when you saw that?
Again, with Canelo, nothing ever surprises you. I mean, here's a young man that was a welterweight a few years ago, knocked out Sergey Kovalev at light heavyweight. I would have never, and knowing Canelo since he was 15 years old, never ever would have dreamed of seeing him or imagining him at 175. So at that point, I said, there is no impossibles there. Who knows, one day, you never know. I mean, look at that. To even think today, maybe even a year ago, we wouldn't be thinking he'd fight at cruiserweight. And here he is, already a mandatory to the cruiserweight. So you never know with Canelo. Again, this is a man that keeps shocking, keeps looking for challenges, and keeps defying the odds.
Makabu can punch. He's been around the block, a very established world champion. Is this a fight you're picking Canelo to win, though?
If you see his history, you've seen it. He's fought every style. He's fought big, he's fought small, he's fought fast, he's fought big punchers, and he's beaten them all except one. You can't go against Canelo, but yes, it comes to a point where you're not just fighting, you're fighting so much against the current because he's fighting such a physically large man, big man. But again, Canelo's so talented, sets up traps like no other. I think in this fight, more than physical, it'll be the intelligence, the experience, the boxing that can take him to a victory.
All right, Roberto, thank you very much as always for making time for Boxing Social. Enjoy the cold weather, and we'll catch you soon.
My pleasure.